Arsenal have announced themselves. They have made that statement. They have got that statement victory. They've scored goals for fun. They've smashed Tottenham to bits. Eberechi is unplayable. Buvey, the title race is well and truly alive.
Yeah, Manchester City put massive pressure on Arsenal with a really convincing win. Free, open play, football, creative football from Nico O'Reilly. Haaland was brilliant. And they've answered it. I think the Wolves moment was a wake-up call for Arsenal that they need to be far more creative, far more ambitious, and they've picked their moments. And Arsenal can run away with games. They could win 4-5-0 multiple times this season or 4-1. I think they've got to play to their strengths. Eze's the one for me, lads. Eze has to be starting in the number 10 every week now until the end of the season.
But Miles made a point during the show, which I think was right, where he goes, don't be surprised if Eze isn't starting the next game. Because Arteta does have a tendency to
But that'd be criminal, Adam, in my opinion. That'd be criminal.
Yeah, it all depends. Yeah, like I said, you know what? Horses for courses, I say it all the time. Depends on what type of McKola Arteta wants to wake up today and approach the game. If he wants control, he's gonna go for Odegaard. If he wants for goals, he's gonna go for Eze. So I don't know. It's 50-50. Like I said, if it's one player that's gonna come out that midfield between Zubimendi, Rice.
Yeah. But why does anyone have to come out? Why can't it be the exact same side?
Because it's just.
It's Chelsea. We respect.
Yeah,
it's not.
I know.
Chelsea.
As it stands, you have a 5-point gap. You've played a game more. City win their game in hand. Who I don't know.
It's against Crystal Palace.
At home.
Where did you play? Did you play them away this
I've
season?
forgotten already. Yeah, I've forgotten.
Well, you've got Crystal Palace.
It'll be Crystal Palace.
Potential to close that gap to 2 points. And you've got the game against each other in April.
Etihad, yeah.
How are we feeling about this title race now?
I think we've got enough to go on and win this league. I've always backed my team from the beginning. That Wolves result was a shell shock, and like Buvey said, it might have showed them, you know what, you can lose this league. You will slip this. You will slip. This is the Premier League. Can't go to any team and just think you're going to get 3 points. So it's a big statement win, and especially for next week against Chelsea, another team that really wants to try and do our title challenge. So.
Yeah, Manchester City didn't look like a team that could win the league until they won at Anfield. They won at Anfield. The statement that goes with winning at Anfield, the significance of winning there. City haven't got a great record at Anfield. They won there, they snatched a victory from the jaws of defeat, and ultimately they haven't looked back since. This could be the awakening moment for Arsenal. We'll find out actually very soon.
Listen, these boys needed this result. And obviously if this was like a 1-0 set piece, boring, Arsenal's holding on for dear life, it doesn't hold the same weight. Like we go over to Spurs' ground, we beat them 4-1 comfortably. You got players like Eze now, who's been in the media because he hasn't played well, regardless if he's started 10 games or 5 games or come on as a sub, been dragged. Some of his performances have been underwhelming, definitely. So him getting this kind of result and him scoring these 2 goals in the North London derby again gives them just a little bit more confidence because we're coming to the business end of the Premier League now. This is it. Like we need all your players fit and firing, and I'm glad that Eze got that extra 2 goals because if someone like Saka got the 2 goals, we know he has been on a goal drought, but I would rather give it to someone like Eze who can actually contribute to the team because we know what Saka's going to do for the team.
What do you reckon, Boo? 5 points clear. Arsenal 5 points clear of you.
Yeah.
5 points clear of you at the top of the league. How do you feel about the title race?
I back City to beat Arsenal at the Etihad, playing more expansive football, not to be scared. There's no pressure on this Manchester City side to really win the title this season.
Yes,
and there's not in the same way for Arsenal. There's not been a 25-year drought for Manchester City. It's a young side. City could go on and win it next year and win 4 in a row. We don't know. But I think that's the pressure where Arsenal it will get a lot harder in April.
Someone who's won the Carabao Cup like multiple times, do you believe the person who wins that game has an edge?
It has a huge moment in terms of rhythm, in terms of winning penalty shootouts, in terms of how you conduct yourself in a final, the relationship between the fans and the players, winning trophies, Sterling scoring goals or Aguero scoring goals against Chelsea or Arsenal in League Cup finals. Big moments.
Do you boys think the same thing about that? Do you think that Carabao Cup, because obviously that's the game, that's the game before the game.
Depends how the game goes, isn't it? Someone gets battered, then maybe it could send a message. So it depends how the game really plays out. I think there's so many twists and turns to go in this title race yet that one cup final, you know, it'll be an outlier to what actually happens in the Premier League race. And
do you reckon,
games like that Wolves game,
you think it's an outlier? So what you think somebody could get battered 3-0 in a cup final?
No, I said it depends on the manner of defeat.
Right, okay.
Like if it's a stalemate, someone wins by penalties, I don't think it has an impact.
Okay.
If Arsenal get battered, City get battered, then maybe it does.
If Arsenal lost on penalties, that'd be a big moment for Arsenal. Yeah, their fans would be livid.
I don't know if it would impact them in the title race.
But the reason why I say that because it's very close to our Premier League fixture. That's why. It's like we play each other.
Which one's first?
The cup final. Then I think there's a game or 2 games in between.
There's a break and then
yeah. So that's what I'm
saying.
There's
only 7 games after the cup final. Only 7 league games.
There's definitely an implication on how both sides sort of view the run-in. Whoever wins that final has a massive advantage psychologically, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough one.
And the thing is, you might get each other in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you know what? And listen, I'm not saying... I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of anybody. And if any team in the Champions League I want to avoid, believe it or not, is Liverpool. That's the team. I stay away from them.
I think there's a lot of teams you want to.
No, I'm talking about English team.
PSG last season.
English team. I don't.
Yeah.
Man City.
I just feel
Actually,
like
the greatest threat is from
Chelsea.
England.
yeah, from England. It's from England. No, the English team. I'll face Chelsea. I'll face Liverpool. I'll face Newcastle, Tottenham, what it is. But it's
I
Man
think
City.
Newcastle are the only ones you beat in Europe.
However, you know,
English
off the back of
Spurs.
the result that we've seen, Arsenal this season have battered Tottenham 4-1 twice.
8-2 on aggregate.
8-2 on aggregate.
At 8-2.
And this victory, beating your biggest rival is always big, right? But this victory, it's come at the perfect time because Arsenal have been woeful. They have been self-destructive. They have been making mistakes. They have been conceding goals that they shouldn't and ultimately not winning games. This, do you reckon, changes things? Is this the tonic that Arsenal need? Or do you think it's just another victory and there is still a frailty that needs to be
It does
ironed out?
change things. I think it changes a lot, man, because like I said, I've been talking about mentality all day today. It changes a lot because, listen, it's just that David Raya save there was a pivotal moment in this title race. Listen, they could have gone 3-2 up. We're pinned in for the last 5 minutes. They score, it's 3-3. It's a different game. Obviously, it's a North London derby, so the game in isolation, both sets of fans want to win because we want to get banter off and North London, is it white, is it red, etc., etc. But the main task at hand for Arsenal today was to win because Man City team just won. So we had that type of pressure on us with the North London derby as well as winning. So what they've done today and gone set out a big statement and winning 4-1, the magnitude of the win, it's a great statement.
Mate, and it's not only the victory. Do you know why it's so big as well? You know that old thing about Dr. Tottenham? This is it, isn't it? Arsenal have been struggling. Eberechi Eze, people have been having some really tricky conversations about him. Victor Gyökeres can't score a decent goal for love nor money. Suddenly, you play Tottenham, you're scoring goals for fun. Gyökeres is pinging it in from 25 yards. Eze's scoring 2 man of the match. It's like, when Arsenal were at their lowest ebb, it felt like you just dropped points to Wolves from a 2-0 position. Tottenham have come along and gone, don't worry, lads, we'll sort you out.
It's funny you said that, Rory. It's funny you said that because
Imagine
2 of our players that's lacking confidence and not scoring goals scored 2 goals.
I mean,
Gyökeres.
we couldn't compete with Arsenal's press. It was the desire to get on the ball. It exposed the lack of quality in that
shape
team.
was abysmal. I'm sorry as well. Like
Yeah.
that back three, you need. I know you've said you got big players missing, and I think the wing backs would definitely make a difference. But I've seen United play in that system, and look, granted, different managers that play that system will have different tactical tweaks within it, but your midfield has to be fit, has to have legs, it has to have control of the ball. And when you don't, you've even seen experienced heads like Casemiro just look exposed, and every time they broke on you, it was just a big hole in front of the defence.
Yeah,
And that's worrying, man.
it's worrying because it's
Because your fullbacks go, your centre-backs start to move, and next thing you know, you got 3 men at the back and you're getting counted.
Yeah, I mean, let's not be too critical of the manager. Yeah, he's had like next to no time to.
But this is the game where he should be. Again, you're
It's-
right.
it's harsh though.
He
Not
needs
the
some time.
manager, yeah, it's harsh. It's harsh on the
Out
manager.
of
Because
all the
look at him
teams in the
receiving
Premier League,
first
he's
game.
going to know the most about.
No, it's harsh on the manager.
It's harsh.
Like, I do think it's harsh on the manager, but it's not harsh on the club. Like, look, 4-1 at your biggest rivals. I'm thinking of like big Chelsea results that I can think of, right, off the top of my head. 4-1 was about the record. Like, we had a 6-1 at Tottenham, but if you go and win, I don't know when the last time Arsenal scored 4 goals at Tottenham, but I can remember maybe Pires, Vieira, they scored 5. But generally speaking, like that's probably the biggest victory that they've had. Didn't that finish 5-4 though? Did it finish 5? Was there a 5-4?
Yeah, there was
That was a
under Redknapp. There was a
that was a Carabao
we
Cup
lost
game.
4-1,
Right.
but that was about 10 years ago.
Was that in the Carabao Cup though?
That was a
Yeah.
it was a cup
Right,
game.
so in
That was
the
Matthew
league-
Flamini and all those.
No, I remember Pires scoring and running, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Basically, in the league, if you go to your biggest rivals, score 4 goals, concede 1, that is historic. And they've done it twice. It's like Eberechi Eze this season scored 5 goals against Arsenal. I can't even remember him. He scored a kung fu kick. Was that against Palace?
Yeah.
Right. I can't remember him scoring any other goals. I can only remember him scoring against Tottenham.
But in flat,
See, how many
like
goals he scored?
But
Is
the
it
way
all
they
his goals
conceded
apart from-
goals,
has he scored-
Spurs, it's not Tudor's
has he
fault.
scored 6
It's
goals
not
for Tottenham and
Tudor's fault,
5 of them
right.
against?
It'd be crazy to have
but
a
are
go
we
at
being a
Tudor.
bit too harsh though, boys?
No, we're
being
not having a
harsh
go
on
at him.
Tudor.
But what I'm saying is, the way he set them up today is going to be the way he sets them up every game this season. He's very unlikely to go away.
The shape
from that
will be
system.
the same. Yeah.
But then when you look at the players who got available, and granted there are players to come back from injury, but they're not all going to be available for the next game. Spurs have got games coming thick and fast. This manager doesn't really know the Premier League. He doesn't know about going away to certain places. And whilst he knows about football and he's been, he's probably a student of the European game and stuff, he doesn't know the Premier League. Like, it's all going to be very, very new to him, turning up at these away games, probably thinking going into some games against certain teams that this will be all right. Brighton will be all right. But nah, Brighton are a really good team. And if I was a Spurs fan, I would be worried a little bit because you got battered today.
Flav, can I ask you just a quick question? Yeah, obviously we've gone into this North London derby. You want to win, I want to win, etc., etc. But you and your Tottenham fans, because obviously you're in the know. You got your podcast and that. Yeah. You and your guys. Do you think your guys are going to approach it like that was a game that you don't want to lose, but you could lose because they're arguably we're the best team in the league right now on paper? Yeah. Are you looking at it as the next game is where we go forward, and I want to see something from that? Game forward?
To some degree. I mean, you look at it was always going to be difficult today, and I did anticipate a rebound from Arsenal, given what had happened at Wolves and all the narrative about bottling it. I did expect a different performance from Arsenal, and I understand the limitations and problems we've had with the players that we can select. So, to some degree, for Tudor, he's going to be looking past this Arsenal game and hoping we can.
So Fulham really is where it starts.
I mean, it started.
It started now.
Started
obviously,
today, but
you've still got time to turn it around. But it's like you could have played Arsenal, you could have played Man City. Okay. It's a game that you're more than likely going to lose.
I'll tell you what, something is Fulham. They need something is Fulham.
Fulham is where it actually starts.
For Tottenham's survival, today almost is irrelevant. Like, they won't be defined by their survival will not be defined by
this game. No
but
chance.
Fulham away, Palace at home is when it really starts. Fulham away, Palace at home. They're the two.
There's only one side that they're four from there. It's West Ham, Forest, and Spurs for one spot because Burnley and Wolves are down, and West Ham are better than Spurs. I know they're below them in the table. They've got a better manager in this position. A better manager. And they got a better spine. 100% got a better spine.
Yeah, or unless somebody else gets sucked into it. Brighton, Palace.
But
Palace are fine.
But like Flav said, it's you need your injuries. I don't know who's coming back, but you lot need at least 4 or 5 players coming back fast.
Yeah. Miles, right? Let's have a look. Here, I've got here your next 5 games.
Yeah.
You play Chelsea next week. You got us at home.
Come on, Chelsea.
Do you think?
Yeah,
what do you think?
Going off history, I think that we beat you.
You think you win?
Yeah.
Okay. After the week after, you're going away to Brighton and Hove Albion.
Win.
The week after, you're playing Mansfield in the Cup.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mansfield.
You then play Everton at home.
It's going to be tough. That game's always tough, but yeah, I think we get it.
And then March 22nd.
Yeah.
So in 5 games' time, it's Arsenal versus Manchester City in the League Cup final.
Draw.
And then what, though? Because it ends on that day.
What? We draw. I think we draw.
No, he said the cup game, not
the cup game. Yeah. It's a final. I back my team to win in the final.
But so you think 5 wins out of the next 5?
It has to be.
Yeah, but you would have asked him a week ago. So Wolves, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Of course. But obviously, going off what this is they turn a page.
Do you think Miles is right? Do you think they win 5 in a row?
Yeah,
6 in a row, including today.
Yeah, definitely.
You think they do? Do you think they beat us next week?
Oh yeah. And I think Mansfield, Everton, Brighton, and all. I don't think they beat City. What I'm saying is I want Arsenal to drop points after the League Cup final, where I think it's going to be squeaky bum.
So do you think you win every game between now and the next?
Yeah, I think both sides go real deep into this title race. Real deep.
But you could be a draw. Okay. I think we beat you, but I wouldn't be surprised if you.
But that's the thing, Chelsea side. Right now, and rightly so.
No, because
most games Arsenal go into, you're going to think Arsenal are going to win.
Yeah.
But the likelihood is you're not.